back to another video. Today we have a sponsored product that we're going to be installing and reviewing. In my other videos I did mention we do have a new sponsor for the channel. Boost Auto Parts reached out and asked me if I would install and review these trail mirrors. I said sure, why not. They didn't tell me what to say. This is an unbiased review. I'm not paid to say certain things or anything in that matter. There's no money exchanged. They just sent me a product for me to install and review. So without further ado, let's open it up. Alright, got some stickers, put that on a toolbox, got a packing slip, harness, keychains, more harnesses. Alright. Driver's side mirror. Passenger side. So after you have all your parts taken out of the box, let's go ahead and clean up a little bit. Now the first look, they are made very well. No issues here. Take these off after we put them in. I did watch a couple other videos and did go through the comments on those videos. It's not that it's hard to install. It's not even really time consuming. But when people see, all this wiring, everything, it's really not that bad. To do this, you do have to take off your door panels. I'm not going to show every step of the procedure. I will link a video or a link from Boost Audio install. I think they cover everything pretty good. Probably better than I can do. So I will refer you guys to watch their install video if you want a more in-depth review or install procedure. But I will show you some of the steps that I am taking, and also of course my thoughts. If there's an easier way of doing something, I will be linking the LED lights to my auxiliary switch. I'll show you that as well. I already took off my door panels. So once you take off your door panels, there's three, I believe it's a T40 Torx that you're going to take off the mirrors. The only thing I can suggest is when you do the last bolt for the mirror, hold the mirror itself, otherwise it will fall. So let me get those off and I'll be right back and show you guys what they look like. Now, just to give you guys a comparison, we have the Boost Auto mirror, driver's side, and the factory mirror, driver's side. Size difference is pretty big. I mean, it's definitely a lot bigger. Some of you might say, oh, it's too big, what have you, but I mean, for what they are, bigger is better in this case, right? Let me know. Drop a comment below. But we're gonna get them on. Remember to use your save your old hardware, because we will be reusing that to install our new mirrors. Let's get to it. Just a quick update. I did go ahead and install the driver's side. It is secure on there. I do recommend you looking at their install video on how to fish the wire through here. You have to go like down and over. And basically, after you pop this out, this is where you're gonna fish the wire through. After you fish the wire, I just made a little slit in mine, put the rubber garment back, and actually zip tied it right here, there, and there. And what I'm gonna do with mine, I try to fish it through here, but it's too, the plug is too wide. Now, yes, you could de-pin it, fish the wires, repin it if you want to go that route. But for the video's sake, I'm just gonna wrap mine around this. It should be fine. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the passenger side and then get our wiring done. But I might eventually is de-pin this and then just fish the wires through here and then pin it back, just so it gives you that clean look. It's all tucked in there, but for now we're just going to run it like this and make sure everything works before we go through the trouble of de-pinning it and whatnot. So we're going to do the passenger side, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I've done so far, I was watching the video that Boost Auto has, and what they want you to do is go from the driver's side, fish it through up there, run the wiring here. You do need to take this panel off to access this ground they want you to use. So I did that. And then we got these along with this connected, and I ran it through the firewall. What I don't understand is if we're running it through the firewall and we have to, let me show you real quick. So they want us to run through the firewall up through there. You do have to take your inner fenders off. So I have it running through, see if I get it over here, the firewall up there, and then have it connected to here. This is everything they send you in the kit, but I have turn signal and also the running lights connected. And now they want you to take the other red wire with the orange stripe, and they want you to run it to the other end to go to tap into the harness up here. I'm thinking, what if you left the driver's side on this side, run it through the firewall here, and then same on the passenger side, run it through the passenger firewall, instead of running everything through there, back, not only, and then to only run a wire back this way. No, 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 no. Wait. So that's the update. So I'm going to continue doing this, hook everything together. In the video they did mention leave the pink wires in the vehicle. Not sure why I brought the pink wires over here, because I said in the beginning of the video that these connect to an auxiliary switch. So I'm going to connect them to my Bantam auxiliary, which is on the driver's side. So I'm just going to link them in there so I can control them. But yeah, I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, and we're back. Obviously it's the next day, so we do have the mirrors installed. Everything is put together back inside. Door panels, kick plates. And like I said, what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to de-pin this and then run it through here so you don't have all that. You could tape it, but I'm going to go the other route. Same on the driver's side. I didn't put this back in. I just installed my taser last night, so I didn't get a chance to put that back in. And this looks good like that. They are a lot bigger than factory. Some of you might not like that. Just it's preference at this point. And what I'll do, let me just go over some pointers. So everything installed relatively easy. The only issue that I had, that many of you might have, is taking an inner fender line out is easy. The issue is going to be when you do take it out, going through the firewall, that grommet, that is a pain in the neck. I can't even stress that. It's a pain in the neck. You know, whether you use a screwdriver, coat hanger, you know, whatever you have, it's just a pain, because it's like two walls, that grommet. So you got to puncture through the first, then go through the second. But depending on it's hard to go through here, so you really have to go in from the vehicle outwards. That was, or is, probably the hardest part about this job. Everything else is relatively easy, just takes time. Some of you might say, hey, I don't want to, mess with all that. I like to do the work myself, just for the simple fact that when you do something and it's done, you get that feeling like of that you accomplished something, and you get to know your Jeep a little better, than you already did. So that's why I like to do everything myself, if I can. The graphics I did not do, the tinting I didn't do, but the steps I did, the mirrors, the pillar, pod holders with the lights, everything I did myself. But I'll give you guys a little rundown what it looks like. This is during the day, so just keep that in mind. Do the locket sequential. So I hope you guys saw that. I'll do another one when it gets dark out, but it's pretty much what it is. They are much bigger. I'll take you inside and show you exactly how big they are from the driver's point of view. I have everything hooked up to my Bantamax here. Let me start. So from the passenger side, that's what it looks like. Now, I have the rain guards, and it kind of, you know, blocks the point a little bit. I'll zoom in here for you guys real quick. But they are big mirrors. Then the driver's side. Is that much bigger than the factories, but they're nice. I got the power version, so it's power on top. The bottoms are not power. There's no option for have the bottom part power. Heated. I opted in for the high spotlight for the backup. So the backup lights are right here. These are the high versions. They have two variants, high and low. I got the high. And then these spotlights right here, these are what are controlled by my auxiliary switching, and then your sequential turn signals and daytime running lights. But I'll leave a link below on the actual install video that they provide. I don't think I could have done a better job. So instead of reinventing the wheel, as they would say, I'm just gonna give you some, you know, tips in the video. And like I said, it's not hard. You know, take a weekend to do it, take a day. It's gonna take you, you know, half a day. You know, maybe get some friends over, they could help you out. But like I said, everything was simple. You know, the wiring was simple. I watched their video throughout the whole process. They explained everything. And like I said, the only issue is the hardest part. It's not even an issue. The only hard part you're gonna have is the rubber grommet. Yeah, so again, hardest part, just the grommet, fishing the wires through. Everything else, super easy. Like always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel out. Also, we're going to be looking into aftermarket front and rear bumpers. I already have a lift picked out, but that's going to be a different time and a different video. But as always, guys, thank you. See you next time. Alright guys, as promised, we're going to do a nighttime shot. All right, so that's the nighttime, and like I said, I have no issues with it. Everything seems to be good. Again, thank you for watching. See you next time.